I'm going to make a French silk pie. Now normally I would put this in a regular pie crust because it's such a sweet, luxurious pie. But so many people want to use the Oreo cookie crust that I'm going to put it in that today. So let's get started on Darlene's table. Okay, I've got 24 Oreo cookies with the filling in them. We will use the filling, but do not use double stuff. It's in the food processor. We're going to crumble it until it's fine. You'll need to stop, maybe stir it down, mix it up again. And this time I'll probably pulse it. I'm going to pulse this until the cookie crumbs are very fine. Alright, now into the bowl, and at this point I'm going to add 5 tablespoons of melted salted butter. I want this equally moist with the butter. I'm just making a 9-inch pie today. Into the pie pan. I'm going to start by pushing the crumbs up the sides first. And then we'll distribute the crumbs evenly in the bottom of the crust. Now, I'm going to use a little measuring cup. I believe this is either a 1/3 or a 1/4. Get up close to the edge, and you see how I'm holding my finger? I'm pushing it up against the sides, and I'm making just a little, it goes a little above the pie pan. But you're only going to be able to do that if you use your finger and press up against your finger with something like I'm doing. All right, now I'm going to go all the way around and press down the pie crust, being careful not to hit the edges. A small flat bottom, totally flat bottom glass would probably work better. Then you don't have to deal with the handle. And we'll put it into the oven for 8 to 10 minutes and then let it cool completely. It's ready to come out. And now we'll start, as this cools, we'll go ahead and start on our filling because it'll take a little while. Alright, so I've got 1 cup of sugar and 3/4 cup of butter. Never use anything but pure butter. And salted butter is fine in this. That's what I use. And you are going to use your paddle attachment, and you're going to do this until it looks pale and light and fluffy. I'm adding the melted chocolate that's completely room temperature. You've got to let it cool, and vanilla that was on top of this. But I melted my chocolate in the microwave very carefully, and then it must be cooled down. Of course, you're not going to put warm chocolate into this butter. This pie takes a lot of blending because you're going to beat the sugar, chocolate mixture until it's not grainy. You do not feel grainy sugar. So back on, reattach your paddle. Start out low with this. I've increased the speed now. I'm going to push down the sides and continue beating. I did this for a good 5 minutes. Now I'm going to add the eggs one at a time and beating in between each egg. This is the second egg. There's going to be a total of 3. If you do find the filling to be grainy, continue beating it. And that was the last egg. We want the texture to be silky smooth. This should have a velvety, smooth texture, and I felt just a little bit of the sugar grains, so I'm beating it some more. Finally, the texture I want. No grainy sugar. Now it's time to put it in the pie crust. We'll put it in, spread it around, make it very smooth. Then we're going to chill it for a minimum of 6 hours or overnight. Please remember that there are raw eggs in this, and people with a compromised immune system, small children, or pregnant women should avoid raw eggs. Nice and smooth. This is a very, very silky smooth pie. Chocolate, sugar, butter, eggs, and vanilla. That's it. Very easy to make, very rich. This pie is so silky and chocolatey, it'll send you into another dimension. Time stops after the first bite. That's my husband saying. I can't believe it's even legal to make this. It's so easy to make. I think my husband could even make it. Well, maybe not, but I'm sure you can. If you have never tasted a French silk pie, then I want you to at least try it. And if you do, please let me know what you think and leave me a comment below. Thank you, and come back to see me on Darlene's Table.